Hi everybody, it's me, Project Steel. I haven't made a video in a long time. And I'm planning on starting a new ARC series. I play on the Xbox One, so the graphics aren't that great and I have a lot of lag. But in the new series I'm going to try and collect at least a male and female of every single tameable creature. And I'm going to use this same character, but other than the character, any items or bases or tames that I use will be from scratch. I'm going to start all over. And to do that, I'm going to have to obviously jump from map to map. So I figured I'd start out by erasing everything I've got on the maps, on my single player games, so I can start from scratch. This is the last map I have to erase. It's Ragnarok, and I've been playing on the same map in single player for a few years. This bird here behind me, Polly, I tamed her maybe 2 years ago. She was colored like this from either, I don't remember if it was a Christmas event or Easter event or something. But anyways, she's been with me a long time. And I figured before we erase this map and start this new series from scratch, me and Polly would show you at least two of the bases that I had built that I liked. First one's right over here. I'm not too far from the blue obelisk. Started out over here on this little mesa. In this base, I build my bases to be functional and to look cool, just because it's more fun for me. But this one I made kind of like some kind of Viking house type thing. I don't know. It sits right here in front of the ocean. It's pretty much everything you need in this area to start out. Here I was building an addition, and I never finished because I ended up moving to my new base. Let's go inside and take a look. It's all emptied out because I'd moved to another base. But I loved how I had the vaulted ceilings here. They were quite a challenge to figure out, but I got there in the end. This is obviously the workshop. It's the room I spent almost all my time in. And down the hallways here. And here's the generator. Put it in there to try to cut back on noise. Excuse me. Here's the kitchen. It's a basic kitchen, pretty much. I like to make a nice looking sink, and I had been using a trough, feeding trough, over top of these two storage boxes. Something went wrong over the last couple days here. I don't know if there was a small update or something, but all troughs caused great big green rings around them, and I couldn't change it with the settings or anything, so I just got rid of the troughs. This is my garden. It used to be a nice, pretty thriving garden, but it is what it is now. Empty old greenhouse. Got access to the outside. I had a couple dung beetles running around there also, of course. Right, go back down this hall. I worked hard to get enough metal to make that. I'm sure everybody knows how long that takes, especially by yourself. I put this door here because I would have my bird drop my anklo there and I'd walk him on in so I could get out and transfer all the metal. Now I have to take a whole bunch of trips in and out of the building. I put an attic here. I don't remember if I had plans for this. It's been a long time, or if I just had this to help me finish building the roof. I don't remember. I could have done something. And the last little bit in this little Viking house was the bedroom, also unfinished, kind of empty looking now, but it was cozy at one time. I was starting out, I had a few things in the pod, and then I had a balcony here. Come out and take a look at the ocean. I think what I was going to build on that addition over there was a air conditioned room so that I could hatch eggs. I used to have a Alpha Rex head mounted there. And a lot of times a loot drop will land right here. This was a good spot. But I wanted to build something cooler. So I built one over here. This turtle over here has been on this rock for years. I thought about taking him down a few times, but I kind of like him sitting there. There's also a Triceratops on a rock out here. I don't know where he is. Somewhere around here. Who's also been in the same spot for years. I've made some other little bases and outposts around the map, but these were the only two I really want to show off. There's the Triceratops right there. Been standing there a really long time. I'm sure everybody... Uh-oh. This Xbox One for you. I'm sure everybody is familiar with this kind of rock, kind of bridge thing here in Ragnarok. So I built my base right here, spanning the bridge. The only thing I'm not happy with is for some reason I had to have that one wall stretching up and down or it would fall apart. I don't know why. I worked on it for hours, couldn't find a way around it, so I just left it. But I had a lot of fun with the glass on this. My favorite part is it has glass floors. You can look right down into the ocean. And nothing ever wanders up onto these rocks. So I was gonna put some kind of perimeter defense. It just wasn't necessary. Nothing ever comes up here. So this is one entrance, but I mostly use the other one. And right down there, right below me here, there's a oil node. So it's easy to just slide down, swim down, grab some oil, and make more gasoline. That's a good spot. There's crystal over there on that bridge. There's all kinds of metal rocks up there on the top. And one other thing I did with this, it took a long time and a whole lot of thatched ceilings to do, but I made double walls. And I'm the only one here. It's a one-player game, so it wasn't necessary, but I thought it looked good. So on the outside, it's all stone. I'm inside, and it's metal. And I painted it to kind of look like copper. I thought that looked good. I will start here. Go up. There's my smelter, a generator. And the reason I put the smelter up here is to just get it out of the way. And then it didn't quite work out the way I wanted, but I had to put this little ramp. So if I walk up here, I can just lean up and access the smelter. So it's out of the way, but still accessible. And of course I've got all the usual workshop things in here. And this was also unfinished also. I would work on these things and then I'd get excited about doing something on another map and I just jumped around, but those cryopods. I didn't have enough tames to fill all those. I just like to sort them So I know, hey, I've got RGs here, Wyverns here. There's my storage. Window to look out. This is a hatch. In case I needed quick access down into the ocean. I could just drop. I didn't really show the floor in here. That raft, I pretty much used it to build this thing. And that was about all. In order to make this span from one side to the other without all the pillars, I had to have foundations underneath. So directly underneath each piece is a foundation under the ocean in the exact same shape. And by doing that, I didn't need to use any kind of pillars or anything, except for this one spot, like I said, where that wall is, and I couldn't figure that out. Alright, if you go up here, hadn't done anything with this space up here yet. Over here was my garden. I was going to make a place for dung beetles, but hadn't gotten to that yet either. My kitchen. Same thing happened here with the troughs. I think it started yesterday or the day before. There's big green circles everywhere. So I just took out the troughs. I used some wood signs to make my sink, but it's not quite as nice. Then you come through here to the last room, and why are these not on? Okay. When I was taking out the trough, I also done something and disconnected a electrical wire. I think I need one to run through here to connect to these, but this did have power. And a couple here. This is where I hatched all my eggs. And I had these here. Oh, these were the ones I was keeping in these two. I'd take them out back here, and then I would take the eggs or whatever and bring them in here and hatch. And then up here, very unfinished area, but this was going to be a really nice bedroom. I've got the bed, but that's about as far as I got. Oh, I ran electricity up here for myself, but I didn't get any further. But I did like, when I did have to respawn or come here from another map, I did like waking up to that ceiling. So that's the two bases I wanted to show before I clear this map. And soon I'll be starting my first series, which, like I said, will be me traveling around the maps, trying to collect all of the tames. I'm really looking forward to doing that. I'm not getting rid of all of my tames, so I picked a map that doesn't have any unique creatures, which is the center. And I built a new base there, and that's where I'm keeping everything. I don't want to erase. Because in my series, I won't go to the center, so I don't have to get rid of everything. So for now, I'm going to take Polly, and we're going to head to the new base at the center, and I will start the new series hopefully within the next couple days. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope it works out well.